Hey everybody, welcome back to When Harry Met Board Games, where we feed our people with relatable content and our victory condition is your satisfaction. I am Harry, and today we'll be unboxing another game, and it'll be another one of my Grail games, Ora Labora by Uwe Rosenberg. Ever since I got into the hobby and I discovered Uwe Rosenberg and his game designs, I coveted a copy of Ora Labora. It was ranked in the top 100 at BoardGameGeek.com's ranking at the time. Now it's still, I think it might still be in the 100s. If not, it's in the high, in the top. It's either in the top 100, like in the 90s, or maybe in the high 100s. But the point is, I think they may have reprinted this game, but before they did, I was able to get a good price for a new copy. It wasn't in shrink wrap, but it was unpunched. I did happen to unpunch this off camera. I was impatient and careless. But right now, I will show you what's inside. So first of all, you have these rule books. And what's interesting is, these are not rule books just in a bunch of different languages. This is all English. But because of, I guess, the complexity of the game, you have a rule book just for its setup. You have detailed game rules. You have general rules, and then you have an index of sorts, an appendix, I should say, where you could see in detail different buildings and cards and what they entail. So, as you could tell, this is a heavy game. We have a few player boards here. Not too sure what these boards consist of. Maybe expansions of your land. They're double-sided. Here you see like forests and mountains, and here you see seashore with a lake of sorts. And here are the tokens that I already went through the liberty of punching out, just so you can get an idea of what they look like. So there's a bunch of different resources here. And on top of it, these are double-sided tiles. On top of it all, there's like different symbols on them. Some look like they're food, like a pot of food, and some look like they're perhaps victory points, if I know anything about Uwe Rosenberg games. Some look like they might be some sort of value, a coin. Here, this looks like this might be energy. I have not played the game. I have not really read the rule books yet, so I don't know what these things do. As many of Uwe's games do, or at least some of them do, a nice little scoring pad. It's pretty thin. There's not too many. I do expect to play this game mostly just two-player with my wife. So this should suffice for a while, but I wish there were more score pads in here. But hey, then again, you could just always grab a piece of paper on your own. Here are the cards. And they're very small, kind of like Mercator-sized cards. I would have preferred for them to be a little bit bigger, but that's fine. And some of these are double-sided. There's two ways of playing the game. You either play the French version of the game or the Irish version of the game. So that sounds interesting. And based on that, determines which side of certain cards you use, right? So here we have the House of the Brotherhood. For those who don't know, Ora Labora is basically Latin for prayer and work. So I guess you're some monks at a monastery, and thematically that's how these buildings are related. Both sides have the same type of building, House of the Brotherhood, but I guess they have slightly different powers and benefits. Again, not too sure. So those are some of the cards right there. We have some more cards over here. Tons and tons of these different tokens that I punched out. Then you have some player pieces here. You got these pawn-shaped pieces in different colors. You have this one grain. Looks kind of like the grain in Agricola. Don't know what its purpose, but it's the one and only of that. Oh, I see. This is probably some sort of indicator of the resources. Here you have the wood. Of course, a good old Uwe game with sheep. I like that. The sheep are back. We got this little disc here. Not too sure what that's for, but it's the only one of its kind. Maybe that's another resource. So yeah. These probably represent different types of resources. I will find out further when I read the rule book. And then this is the main event. This is the part that intrigues me the most. And that's these dials. And you use different dials based on the version of the game that you're playing, which I am intrigued to find out. But they spin like this, and I guess they somehow influence the different resources that you're going to be using and acquiring throughout the game. And then some more boards right here. Some more player boards, I guess. Double-sided again. And then these are probably the main player boards. They look bigger. And there's 4 of these to represent the fact there's a 1 through 4 player game. All right, these are not double-sided. And then finally, these different, I think they might be player aids. And there's 2 sets. One again for the Irish version of the game and one for the, well, this is the Irish, and one for the French version of the game. And that is pretty much it for Ora and Labora. Thank you so much for joining us here When Harry Met Board Games. Please make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to our channel. You guys take care now. Bye-bye.